Hello! Today I'm going to be showing you this look right here. It's super quick and easy and perfect for any occasion. I swear anyone can do this. And there was veggies in the background. First, I cleansed my skin with Dream Clean and then did a quick mask with Skin Polish, both from Lime Life by Alcone. Noah obviously thought that was funny. Then I moisturized with Skin Therapist and Xoxo, again from Lime Life by Alcone, and then prepped my under eyes with a little bit of eye serum as well. And then I'm going to throw out my hair and then apply a little bit of deodorant. And getting down to business, I started with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. First applying the hydrant one, the hydrating primer. And then in a second, you'll see me going in with the smoothing one. I just used two because I'm having problematic skin right now. Just warming that up in my hands onto my face. I'm going to move the camera in real quick. Now going in with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime my eyelids, get them prepped ready for eyeshadow. So I just warm that up in my finger and then blend. Next, I'm taking the shade Cream Boat by Lime Life by Alcone on a flat shader brush just to set down that paint pot that I just applied to my eyes. Next, I'm taking the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and first I'm going in with the shade Peaches and Cream on a Morphe M330 brush, just basically not being precise and putting it in my crease as a transition shade to help blend my eyeshadows later on. Next, I'm taking the shade Puree with Peaches and Cream, mixing them together, also putting that in the crease, going in windshield wiper motions, and then you'll see me go in circular motions just to blend and not have any harsh lines. And then doing the same thing for the other eye, just going in windshield wiper motions, circular motions. And now I'm going in with just the shade Puree, starting in the outer corner mostly, and then once most of the product is deposited onto my eye, then I'll go more towards the inner corner. Just really blending. And I'm using that same Morphe M330 brush. And then on a different brush, I'm taking the shade Puree again. I believe it's the Morphe M439 brush. I could be totally wrong. I have two and one is the R39. It's the same brush. And I'm just deepening the crease with that shade using the natural hair brush just to help further blend. And then going back in with that first brush that we used, the M330 brush, with no additional product, just to blend. Next, I'm taking the shade Charmed, I'm Sure, on this cutesy little M321 brush. It's a bullet crease brush. And here I'm just deepening the outer V. And then once again going back in with that first brush that we used with no additional product, just to blend. Blend until your arms fall off, basically. Then we're going to go back in with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot on a concealer brush, just carving out our lid space. This just makes that area tacky and ready for the shade that we're about to go in with, which is Luscious from the Sweet Peach palette on a Morphe M124 brush. Spritzing with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. I just like to do this to a shimmer shade. I find that it helps make it more sticky and not so much fallout, and makes it shine just a little bit more. Then, just to make the lid a little bit more shimmery, I went in with the Lime Life by Alcone Bare Metals palette, the first and third shades, on the same shader brush, again spritzing with MAC Fix Plus and applying that. Going back in with the M330 brush from Morphe with the shade Puree just to further blend. And lashes and liner is on. I didn't apply false lashes today. I just really coated my lashes with the Lime Life Biocone Perfect Mascara. It's a one-step fiber mascara, just to really give the appearance of false lashes. I love it. And cue Noah. I'm going in with the Lime Life Biocone foundation, dotting that all over my face. I first rubbed my finger into the foundation. It's a cream foundation or a wax-based foundation. So the warmth from my fingers, my body heat, helps it apply more smooth and buttery. And then I'm mixing it with a little bit of the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I love these two mixed together. It just gives more of a luminous glow with the full coverage of the Lime Life foundation. I used a flat top foundation brush by Morphe. This one doesn't have a number on it, but it's from the Rose Gold Complexion set. After pushing the camera away from us just a tiny bit, I'm going to continue blending in my foundation, going in stippling motions, circular motions, working it in, girl. This part cracks me up. Noah's expression is hilarious. He looks at me and then he looks away in mass confusion, probably thinking to himself, my mom is nuts. Look at his face. Yep, my mom's nuts. One more time with that cream foundation just to give more coverage in certain areas of my face. Right here I'm lightening and here I'm concealing. Remember, this foundation is so much more buttery smooth when you warm it up with your fingers. And then I'm just going to blend that out. I love this little dude so much. And his facial expressions. He cracks me up. Ah, Mom. I'm still blending and Noah's celebrating a touchdown. Touchdown! He is gonna love football season. Now I'm going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC20, applying that in a V shape underneath my eyes, and then blending out with my foundation brush. Just keep blending, just keep blending. Then I just spread leftover concealer around the high points of my face, making sure that I got my Cupid's bow, my chin, the middle of my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. I'm going to lightly set the concealer underneath my eyes just so that I don't crease in that area, and lightly around the rest of my face, because now I'm going to go in with a little bit of cream contouring and I don't want to end up too cakey. So I'm following the hollow, like Charlotte Tilbury says, and then around my hairline and down my neck. Then I'm going to blend that out with my foundation brush very lightly in circular motions, really working the product into my cheeks. Now I'm blending that into my hairline, going past my actual hairline to make sure everything looks seamless and not unfinished. Now I'm just setting what I just did very lightly, just so that when I go in with powder bronzer that nothing ends up patchy. Just using a translucent powder here. Now I'm going in with my favorite bronzer of all time. It is the GOAT. Just kidding. It's the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. And I'm just taking that on a natural hair angled brush. This is a brush from the same collection that the foundation brush is from. And I'm just going over the same areas where we put down cream contouring. Just setting that and bronzing thyself. Underneath the lips for a more plumper lip. Contouring the nose very slightly. I don't mind my nose. Along the hairline and following the hollow. Next, I'm popping a little bit of blusher on my cheeks. Using the M427 brush from Morphe to apply that. Now for a little bit of highlighter. I'm using a little bit of the Wet n Wild Petal Pusher, I believe, on my favorite brush that I don't know the number of. Go Gab. I was aiming for a subtle glow and not sure what we ended up with here, but dance break, I was feeling it. I did go in with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus just to really make that subtle glow, you know, subtle. Baby Jesus could see that. Just kidding. So I apply that to my cheekbones, a little down my nose, along my cupid's bow, basically on the high points of my face, and a little bit in the inner corners of my eye and my brow bone. And to apply that, I'm using the tiniest brush I think I've ever seen, and it's the M213 brush by Morphe. And Noah's back. He was so tired and needed a nap, poor little boy. Wiping the foundation off my lips and then going in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. I like a pencil lip liner on me personally. I find that they stay the longest on my lips. Now I'm just going in with a little bit of the Stila liquid lip. I don't even know exactly what it's called, but it's in the shade Caramello. I'm always asked how I curl my hair, so I'm going to show you quickly how I do that. I'm using a 2-inch barrel, I believe, and you'll see I'll curl everything away from my face, basically splitting it like down the middle of my head and the back and curling everything away from my face, always keeping the iron moving, and I leave my ends a little straight. Then I brush out my curls as soon as they dry. For me, this just works and my curls stay forever. It might be easier if you just watch me do it a few times, but like I said, away from my face, always keep the iron moving, and then keeping my ends a little straight. Thanks for